Hey, you guys, it's Anne Marie. Happy Saturday! Happy Saturday, hey! Happy Saturday, hey! Happy Saturday, hey! Hey, let me stop because I don't want to mess up my phone. So the power was out about 8-9 hours. We've had some crazy storms here, a lot of wind storms. Obviously, we're in Ohio, so everything is moved up. Everything that was deferred from down south, obviously, is moving up, but we're safe. But the power went out. My girl had her French fries in the air fryer. Oh, she just had a surgery, so we're doing wanting her to do minimal work around the house. But I had so much I wanted to share with you guys. And the power went out, and the Wi-Fi, obviously. And I can't upload to TikTok when the Wi-Fi is, right? So, hold on. And so I spent time, kind of like outside of the house. The wind's hitting me, and I was imagining things being blown away. And the last time we came through here, this is so beautiful. I love when it's raining in the woods. It's just magical. And the water's the hurricane water, so do your research. But there's different kinds of water you can use for different things. Hurricane water's pretty powerful. Anyway, so last time we were out here, I was talking about the debris, and when you come through a storm, to be mindful of the debris you keep with you. It's important to kind of sift through the fucking debris, right? And okay, from the storm, what can I use to build from? What do I need to remove, right? What twigs and leaves and whatever came down can I use for my benefit and build and grow, or whatever you need to do, versus what needs to be left, right? Because you don't need to be you don't need to be picking up every stone. Even though, look, these got little things on them. Little shrooms. Hi. Let's put you back here. Look at this tree. So, again, we need to be mindful of what we carry, right? And so, I won't go into too much detail because you know how people are when they find out some good news in your life. They just, they do all kinds of stuff, right? And usually I share about stuff after the fact. But it was a lesson for me. So, the situation that I've been in since last November has been one of the most challenging things I've ever experienced. A bluebird just flew across me. And I understand the purpose of it, right? But it's been a very challenging experience to go through, especially someone like me who's always been pretty independent. Probably intradependent. Well, I'm too independent. And though a few people close to me know my challenges with housing because of that illegal eviction, not a lot of people know. And so the job I have, I work for a coalition. And it's we're like the web weaver of the community. This is what we're building back up to connect agencies together, right? And to share resources. And oftentimes I try to gather those resources, so at the meetings, at least starting with this one, I can have their copies of what's going on in the community, what agencies are having what events. I also go to different agencies and provide them bus passes to help the people that they serve, right, to kind of get to know people in the community, like, hey, let me come check out your agency and I'll give you some bus passes. So anyway, do we want to go? Let's go down the road that has the most leaves. So one of those agencies comes into one of the places I go to, which is the Open Shelter. I've done videos about them before. And I was looking on their handout of stuff and services they provide. And so I talked to the gentleman about my housing situation. And all I'm going to say, and that was Tuesday. I got a call yesterday. And all I'm going to say is that there's a brighter light at the end of this tunnel for me, which I always knew was there. It was just the right people, the right timing, and whenever divine figured it out, and we'll see where it goes. But it's the brightest of the lights so far when it came to getting back what was wrongfully taken from me. And it was hard because when I was talking to the gentleman yesterday and just giving thanks and gratitude, and also the woman I talked to, he was like, I never would have known known about this if you wouldn't have said anything to me, because talking to you and engaging with you, you've never brought up all these trials and tribulations you've been on. I keep forgetting that everybody watches me on TikToks or my YouTube or even know that I have them, right? And so he said, I never would have known if you wouldn't have said something. And so I had to take a look at my pride. You know, we know the closed mouths don't get fed. And it was so interesting because literally the day before I spoke to him, it was that Monday. I think I did a video. Let me turn this around. I'm trying to stay where there's a little bit of coverage so my phone doesn't get too wet. And this is very slippery here on the wooden thing here with my boots on. What was I saying? I'm just so excited to be outside. My pride. And how can someone in my age be in this fucking situation? Someone who does the next right thing. Someone who is, you know, and I've shared that on the video that I recently did. That, you know, I've done everything. And it's like I cried out to Spirit that day. And I've been manifesting. And I've been focusing on making sure my manifestations are protected. And then I'm actually putting my foot forward and doing energy. Putting the energy towards what I want, right? Not just talking about it, not just doing candles or whatever it is to manifest, but actually putting the action step towards it, actually doing the healing and then growing and making sure I'm ready for this major manifestation to come through. And so it reminded me when I was looking at these leaves about the debris. Like sometimes we're so focused on the debris in our life and our pride that we don't ask for help. Now, I have a wound that stems, you know, asking for help. What's wounded me is because the people that were supposed to help me, that I did ask for help, shamed me, used the information against me, and came after me, right? And then attacked me for my shortcomings, right? I shouldn't even say shortcomings, but for the situation I was in, the one layer, the one page in my book that they met me on, they judged me for it and used it against me, especially. And it was all those people that were supposed to help me and protect me as a community. And I idly sat by and did nothing. And did more harm than good in my life. And that has been a reoccurring thing in my whole life of finally being vulnerable and opening up and asking for help and saying I needed help and then it being turned against me. So I know I have that wound. I know I have it. And this time, after I called out to Spirit, like, listen, something has to give. You know what I know, Spirit, what I'm going through. You know what I've been facing every single day. And I show up, I strap up my boots, rain, sleet, snow, or sun, that no matter what, I suit up and I fucking show up. No matter how I'm feeling, no matter what the weather is, I fucking show up. And so what I learned is that as I'm still healing that wound of pride when it comes to asking for help, is that I was asking for help from people who couldn't even help themselves. I was asking for help from people who had ulterior motives. It didn't mean that there was anything wrong with me. I mean, my picker may have been off when it came to friendships and connections and community and the spiritual stuff. That's something I had to learn, and I know that's exactly what I signed up for. I go into every situation to see how people are going to treat me. And we know the whole story, how that goes. And the divine makes judgment, I don't. And oftentimes the places I chose to be in, I didn't realize at the time I was placed in those situations to see how those people, those false prophets, fake spiritualists, fake friends, fake connections would treat me. And so I've learned from it. And so I knew it was innately anything wrong with me. It was because I was choosing people from an unhealed place. I take accountability and responsibility for my picker being off when it came to connections. Not just romantic. That's a small part of it. And so I swallowed my pride, opened my mouth, and trusted that these people that Spirit put into my life are there again for another reason. This time it worked out. Hopefully. We'll see. I have faith. Whatever's meant for me is already mine, just as it is for you. I hope you're healthy and happy and full of joy. May you love and be loved.